It fucking scares me how many people don't realise how important it was for Trump to win that election. And how many people in the UK and around the world don't think it affects us. Like, people really think, oh, we live in the UK, why do you care about US politics? Like, you're fucking dumb. You're obviously clueless. If you're against Trump, that means you support censorship, war, digital currency, social credit scores, open borders, illegal voting with no ID, men in women's sports, men in women's bathrooms. People really think Kamala and the left is for women's rights, but you want men in women's sports or in women's bathrooms. How does that make sense? People say Trump's against abortion. All he's done is say states should decide on their own. He's not banning abortion. That's not going to happen. It's just all lies to get women to vote. All women and people who know nothing about politics vote blue.
Okay, guys, so I wanted to wait a week after the election to make this video because it was the worst time of the month. I was bleeding out. I didn't want Satan to come visit. Which video might that be? Today we're going to do the long-awaited meltdown video from the left. Now, there are thousands of videos that have came out. We've all seen the major ones.
Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
But I'm only going to go over a few that I want to discuss, or this would be a 20-parter. Americans have spoken, and celebrities and libs are coping, and they're panini pressed. Okay, now I was going to handle this with some grace, but fuck that. For the last decade, we've been called all the words.
Donald Trump has won, and honestly, I would usually say be humble, but fuck that shit. We've been called garbage, we've been called fascist, we've been called racist, we've literally been called subhuman pieces of shit, and it's fucking done. He won the popular vote, he won the Electoral College, we won the Senate, we won the House, and that big fucking red mirage everybody was talking about, turns out it was a fucking wave.
All the celebrities try to threaten us with a good time by saying if Trump gets elected, they're going to leave the country. So we're waiting to leave the country now.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go.
But the truth is, we all know, allegedly, we all know the real reason why celebrities are wanting to flee the country is because they're afraid that they're going to release the Epstein and P. Diddy list, the party list. Release the list.
I know this will get me in trouble, but I really, really wish Taylor Swift had done an event with Vice President Harris in Pennsylvania 2 months ago. Okay, I just had to say that because she is so powerful, and it's not fair that the weight of the world should be on a pop star's shoulders. I just did not realize how racist and misogynistic America still is.
Kathy Griffin. I'm not that young. I was born in 1980. It's just, I knew your name was Kathy. I just forgot if it was Griffin, like, what have you made? Who are, like, if you didn't know, Hollywood doesn't mean anything nowadays. Like, okay, what could Taylor Swift sing that would make people vote for Kamala? Like, did Beyonce not work? What about Eminem? What about J-Lo? What about Usher? What about that girl that was shaking her ass? Like, none of those worked? What would Taylor Swift? Are you serious? You think more pandering would have worked? Do you think you're just talking to a bunch of preschool? Do you know that we're adults? Like, people that are voting are adults. I don't know, kids might. Maybe people from 18 to 25 might vote. But people with their frontal lobe that don't do fandoms, that don't idolize celebrities, Hollywood is dead, Kathy. What could she have sang? I know 2 songs that Taylor Swift sings. She Shake It Off. So I think you should shake off this election. Just shake it off. And the other one, she sings, I don't know what the title is. She sings that one, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. You should all listen to that because that's what identity politics is. If you're always talking about race and gender, guess what? You're the racist. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time on celebrities because most of them are just hiding behind their keyboards and like being all pissed off that way. And I want to spend more time on average people that we have to work with and share subways with. But I do want to go over some things people are saying online. I know I already made a video about Rachel Zegler, but I didn't know. Okay, so I said the part in my video when she said that anyone who voted for Trump and Trump himself, I hope they have no peace. I made a video finding that ironic since we voted for world peace and peace in the Middle East, but I didn't see her whole like paragraph story she wrote. Oh my goodness. So she said, I'm paraphrasing this. I'm not going to read what she wrote. She has no kids. From my knowledge, she's not pregnant at this point, but she said that her unborn daughter is now going to live in a world where she has to carry a kid she doesn't want. And in like my head, I'm like, okay, so how are you going to, why would you have a daughter? So you want your daughter, but your daughter doesn't want their daughter, first of all. Another thing is, so you're going to have a daughter and your daughter is going to want to give up that or have an abortion within 4 years. Like Trump's term's only 4 years. So if you get pregnant now, like the baby would have to get knocked up before 3. Like what? Trump has always been pro-choice when he was a Democrat and as a Republican. You guys are just weird. Hi guys, I'm currently editing this video and I just found out that Disney made Rachel Zegler formally apologize. I actually got a screenshot from her Instagram, so I thought it would be fun if we read it together. Hi everyone. I would like to sincerely apologize for the election post I shared on my Instagram last week. I let my emotions get the best of me. Hatred and anger have caused us to move further and further away from peace and understanding, and I'm sorry that I contributed to the negativity discourse. The heater just kicked on and I am too lazy to turn it off, especially for Rachel. No, Rachel, it's not hatred. It's the woke identity politics that is causing division and not bringing anyone peace. It's you, sweetie. But she goes on. There's more. Hold on. This week has been emotional for so many of us, but I firmly believe that everyone has the right to their own opinion. Except for anyone that is a Trump supporter, right? Even when it differs from my own. I commit to contributing positive towards a better tomorrow. So my baby can have an abortion hopefully one day because I don't want grandchildren. Fuck being a grandma. Now let's watch some videos from the poor low IQ people that are very vulnerable, that believe the left media and these celebrities that allegedly were paid off, or have they even been paid? Have you guys heard about this? Have you guys heard that Kamala's campaign is $20 million in debt? Who knows if Lady Gaga got paid off yet? Show the meme that shows how much everyone got paid. And apparently she paid $100,000 for the Call Her Daddy background because she wanted to make it look like she was there, but they had to create one because there's nothing real about her. Can you imagine if she was running our economy off of girl math?
So your lawn maintenance is about to skyrocket because 90% of workers in the lawn maintenance industry, they come from Mexico. And whether they're here legally or not, Stephen Miller, who Trump's going to put in charge of his mass deportation project, is going to deport them. They're also going to deport people who are naturalized citizens. These are jobs that Americans will not do, okay? American families are not letting their young adults work in the lawn maintenance industry. These companies may be owned by Americans, but their employees are from Mexico. So not only will it be harder to find a company, the prices are going to double and triple. And this is going to affect a lot of other industries. It's going to affect our food supply and the housing industry because I don't know if you know this, but there's not a lot of Americans lining up to haul cement in and out of buildings. So good luck.
You guys know You guys know I'm half Mexican. You guys know I'm going to go in on this one. Okay, so 1854, the Anti-Slavery Party was created, known today as the Republican Party, because the Democrats won't stop saying, we need someone to work in our yards. We need someone to work in our fields and clean our bathroom for low pay. We don't want to pay them much because they're just going to be thankful for this little amount for coming over. That's how slaves were brought over to America. And in any country, they weren't forced. They told them, hey, do you want this much money to come to this country to work for us? And it's a low paying job, but you know, we're going to take care of you. Democrats haven't changed, or they're just becoming worse. You're saying the quiet part out loud. And how about you just take pride in your lawn? If I had a lawn, I would have the biggest garden. I would be mowing every Sunday, making lemonade, having a cookout. Take pride in your house, in your lawn. No one should be doing your lawn. You should be doing your own lawn. How pathetic are you? Now, in this next video, I had to crop out a lot of the video because people are doxing this guy. Apparently, he works out of college. Of course he does. But I crop it out all crazy because I don't want to dox him and put where he works. I'm sure he already got in trouble. He took down the original video. What's just funny to me is you live in a great country. You live in a luxurious country. If you have the privilege to discuss social issues and identity politics, like that's first world problem stuff when it comes to policies.
My anger has set in. I am a very petty person, and I am very proud of that. Love it about myself, actually. And so I say this in the most disrespectful way possible. I don't care if you are my family. I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care if we've been friends our entire lives. You can literally go fuck yourself if you voted for Donald Trump. If you are so sad about your groceries being expensive, get a better fucking paying job. Do better in life. Get a fucking education. Do something. Because you are fucking stupid. And I hope you go jump off of a fucking bridge.
I warned you guys, this guy's privilege is spilling out everywhere. And of course he works for a college. Why wouldn't he? I thought the left was all about the poor minorities. I'm so confused what they're voting for now. I thought everything was about poor blacks and Mexicans. We're so poor and we can't afford anything. But you're telling us to get better paying jobs and to go to school? We don't want to go to a university. That's where you learn all the identity politics bullshit. A lot of times during the election on Instagram, let's say it was a Fox page or a right-leaning page, I would join in with everyone and write Trump 2024. But there was always a bunch of libs in there and write, you must be rich like Trump then. You must be rich if you're voting for Trump. And now they're turning it around. Now they're saying we're too poor because we're voting for Trump because we wanted him to fix the economy. Which one is it? Are we too rich? Are we too poor? Just because it's not working out for you, you're kind of narcissistic. This guy just perturbs me. Okay, say hi to Jacob. Hi, Jacob. Anywho, I have a question for him. If he watches this video, I'm going to put him in the thumbnail. Hopefully he'll watch this. Hopefully he can answer this question. You just had an election in your country. There's people in your country hungry. They can't afford food. I want to know what policy trumps lowering food costs. I'm sorry I used Trump. Let's not use that word. Bad phrase. I know you probably have TDS. But if people are hungry in your country, what policy is more important than food costs and inflation and, the economy? I'm wondering, I'm just curious, what's more important than that? I know you obviously don't have, a shortage of food. It looks like you go to a grocery store often. Privilege is showing. You have abundance of food, obviously, and obesity and narcissism goes hand in hand. No one says that enough. I'm sure you believe in the body positivity movement, which has been toxic for Americans. Back in 1960, the obesity rate used to be 2013, I think, it was under 15% of Americans. Now it's 40% of Americans. And the number one killer of the planet is still going to be heart disease, obesity. And when you say the word obese or obesity, they think you're saying a slur and not a medical term. And we need to make America great again and make America healthy again. That's what I meant to say, because we need to talk about this. We need to talk about diabetes, heart disease. We need to discuss all this. Obesity is a problem. It's not a slur. I was watching this one YouTube show. I forget what it's called. You know, they'll have like, there was a bunch of fitness people and then a bunch of obese people that believe in body positivity. And then they have them duke it out kind of thing. And then, you know, the people that are into fitness are, you know, touching them with baby gloves. Like, you know, it's just, you know, being obese is, you know, bad for your heart. And, you know, and then one of the girls were like, the doctor said I was obese at 7, but I wasn't. And it's like, it's a percentage. What is the percentage? BMI over 25 is considered overweight and over 30 is obese.
Woke up this morning feeling spicy. You guys feel spicy? Because I do. All right. I don't know how to use this thing. Let's see what happens. Is this cutting off hair? I'm going to have to cut it shorter than that. Buzz it down, right? I think that this is too... it's getting hair. Let's see here. Maybe I got to cut it. Here we go. Have I given up on America? Yeah. I've also given up on coloring this hair because, right? Fuck coloring my hair. Fuck having my hair be long and luxurious. Fuck all that shit.
So women on the left are usually obese, overweight. They usually play victim. They don't want to take accountability. They usually are basic bitches. They all like the same thing. Taylor Swift, coffee, Stanley cups. Then you have the confident women. The confident women usually have hobbies. They like their own interests. It's not always, you know, the mainstream Taylor Swift, cups, coffee. They care about their body. They care about their appearance. They do it for themselves. Frumpy women don't have self-love. The only love they can get is they think from a man. If they have love from a man, then they think they're worthy. Confident, beautiful women, they don't think like that because they're confident, beautiful women. They have self-love. Miserable, frumpy women, they think working out is for men. They think makeup is for men. They think looking pretty is for men. No, it's for you. It's for self-confidence. It's so you can get the self-love. It's so you don't need anyone to validate how you feel. Oh wow, I stopped playing victim. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Sing with Taylor, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me.
In response to all the liberals who are shaving their heads to fight the patriarchy, I just want to make it clear that I have cancer. I'm not stupid.
All the women that are shaving their heads are the women that weren't getting male attention anyway.
I feel like I have a unique perspective with this whole election thing because I used to be very, very far left. Like, I was one of the people having a fucking mental breakdown in 2016 when he won, right? And I didn't even like him up until 6 months ago when it became very obvious that they were like staging a coup and tried to assassinate him, and then some shit started clicking. So I'm still very new to like this whole side of things. When I was very far left, like radically far left, I thought I knew what was going on. Like, I genuinely believed I was informed. I thought I knew better than everybody else. And that's what these people think too. And the thing is I would get so triggered and so angry when people would question me because I didn't actually know what the hell I was talking about. Like, I thought I did, but really, I didn't actually know any policies. I didn't actually know any politics. All I actually knew was what I had seen online in mainstream media. And because everybody was saying, I just assumed it had to be right? And I think where a lot of this comes from is like, people just don't want to be wrong. Like, it's humbling and it's embarrassing to acknowledge that you were wrong or that you didn't know as much as you thought you did. But I would get so defensive and fly off the handle whenever somebody would question me because I didn't actually have any talking points. And the talking points I did have were inaccurate, but I didn't want to be wrong. So I just kept fucking regurgitating. I just kept echoing the same shit that I was hearing over and over again. It's just that the fear is not founded in anything factual because it's not The things that they're scared about is it's not going to happen. It didn't happen last time. It's not going to happen this time. And it's so crazy. It's like being the sober person at a party full of drunk people.
I believe the media truly owes their viewers a huge apology. They have a huge responsibility on their hands, and I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but they do target low IQ, vulnerable people, and they've been filling their heads with lies, and this has been happening for years. They have and this is probably why. Did you hear this? Allegedly, I heard that all the freaking news networks are for sale. I wonder why.
That we're going to let people forget. You'll keep your core base with low vibrational people who need to feel anger and sadness in order to feel anything at all. But the rest of us are going to rise up. The people have spoken, and the Democratic Party is dead in the water, and it's partly your fault. Identity politics is done, and it's going to take generations for the Democratic Party to even think about becoming a serious political party ever again. And that's your fault too. You lied to people, and you gaslit people, and you screamed in their faces, and you told them things that were not true, and you did it all for clicks, likes, shares, and a check. And I don't know if you know this, but those checks are going to stop coming in. It's my understanding that Kamala Harris has $20 million and some odd change in the hole, and a lot of people that did things for her campaign are not going to get paid. That's the first sign of financial trouble within the Democratic Party. You're going to see the rise of an independent party. You're going to see more and more people voting for policy over party. You saw that in this election, and I hope the reckoning for you is swift and painful as it was for us. Jesus may forgive and forget, but your bitch here holds a grudge. It was gross what you did, and I hope it ruins you in a way that you never saw coming. And then I hope when you're pulling yourself up from the rubble, you can see the light. But something inside me tells me that that's never going to happen. You're too prideful, and that's too bad, because things are about to get real good for the majority of people, and you'll be too bitter and prideful to partake. Sucks to suck.
I wanted to save this story for the end because it's not all about making fun of liberals and celebrities. It is really important what is happening with our mental health in America. This story hasn't been said enough. There is a man named Anthony Nephew. When he found out the election results, he unalived his wife. From what I keep reading, he unalived his wife, his ex-wife, and all his kids. I don't know if there was more than 2 kids, but that I know of, there was 2 kids, 2 women, and himself. And this is the media's fault, and they should be liable. And I think Elon or that guy with the bald head that has that penis spaceship should buy some of these networks, because we just can't have the left-leaning media calling people Hitler and a racist and all these words, because it can lead to fatal disasters. If you guys like this one, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Boing, 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 boing.